feeding the data in. It got hacked twice. You want to the website name?
Yes.
Address?
I'll write it down.
Okay, www.shf S as in Sam, H as in Henry, F as in foundation, C as in cat, S as in science.org.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I know you said the other thing, Amal, was the you want to get more experts in international law. So, yeah.
Yes, exactly. We are working with some international law experts in Europe, and we have a small network in the US. And of course, we need more who can volunteer in this work and who can be part of the international law expert team that are started. South Africa, actually, I went to South Africa last month, and it was during Israel's apartheid week. And we met with an organization. It's called National Association for Democratic Lawyers, who have 300 members, and they are all ready to work with us on this. So this is something new that we are trying to build up.
Okay. There's another question up here.
Hi.
Hi.
Thank you so much for your work and for your film. My question speaks to education and the problem of information. Obviously, there's an immense Zionist bias in much of Western media, and I think that that lends an enormous problem to education in general, because I think that, we all know that the situation and the conflict in Palestine is not being covered evenly, or not even remotely fairly, but I think that this creates a massive issue where you'd likely have very sympathetic people, not even just activists, but regular people who just don't know or understand the situation. Generally speaking, do you have any suggestions or tips as far as like basic education goes? Because I think that there's enormous numbers of people who could be sympathetic, but just they really don't understand the conflict at all. They see Palestine not the way that it should be represented. And, is there any like myths that you, or any tips as far as how to dispel myths about that conflict, or just education in general?
No, actually, it depends on, like, for example, in Northern Ireland, we have a committee, a solidarity committee with Palestine, as you do in Kent, and they're doing pretty good job. They have Facebook, and they have websites, and they have activists, and they have a yearly event that they do, awareness campaign through lectures, through documentaries, and etc. So we are working with or we should be intensifying our work with alternative media, because there is no way that we can go through the the mainstream media. We have activists and group like your group. I know that there is solidarity groups in almost every city in the U.S. or every university in the U.S. or some numbers. I know that I came across like 200 plus solidarity groups in the U.S. We can talk about strategies, how we can elevate the awareness, the amount of awareness among the students, since students are there are power that can help in education educating people, and they're active. The students everywhere are at the forehead of any change in the society or youth in general. So this network that Students for Justice in Palestine is a good vehicle that we can use to one case, at least one case, and can manage. If we can manage to succeed in one case, this can be a precedent for other cases. So if we try to build this campaign and work together, and we're open, of course, to any suggestions, because everybody's, has different, tactics and different approach with the environment that they are working with. So by communicating together, we can build a strategy how we can introduce this important issue. And remember, the goal for us is to convince the international public opinion through activists and through human rights organizations and political parties, etc., parliamentarians, etc., that Israel is an apartheid state. We wanted to, this is our goal, that these crimes, these continuous crimes against children, against Palestinians at large, this is done by an apartheid state, but by a settler colonial apartheid state, backed by the US, the UK, and the rest of the NATO countries. And we need to press the fact that this terror war that's been going on in the Middle East for the past 7 years is not directed only against the Middle East or Arab people in this region. It's going to have its backlashes and it's going to have its consequences on the Europeans, since they are closer to us, and it's going to eventually have its effects within the US in different means and in different ways. And we know that terrorists find their way to reach their targets. And if they are hit, or, the US trying to say that they are working against ISIS and against al-Nusra terrorist group here, but we know that they are the ones who created ISIS, and they were the ones who trained them and who financed them through the Gulf states. And this whole doctrine of killing by the sword, like we witnessed during the 7 years, it's been architected by the US and its allies. But the people that we need to reach out to and to show them the real facts on the ground. What's happening in the States right now is you have to pay for your education. You can't have a free education. You can't have a free health system, like in some other European states. And poverty, people who are living under poverty line are more than 55 million people, in addition to other tens of millions who do not have any sort of health insurance. Why are the people, like the Americans, are suffering from all these problems? Why poverty line for 55 million people is pressing too much on the society, American society? It's because of this government policy, foreign policy, that's stretching all its arms all over the world for the benefit of the few, for the elite who are controlling the country and controlling the lives of the people and controlling the future for the future. I mean, the future of the new generations to come. So we need to educate people that standing up against the policy of this government, of the U.S. government, domestically and internationally, is for the benefit of the people. It's for the interest of the people at large. And we have to work on this together. We have to strategize on this together. And by having an email linked together, we can also about other strategies that we can together work on.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.